keeping it what it is.
I think they were gonna. I mean, look, this series. I know people like to act like because the Timberwolves didn't really play great until the middle of Game 4, and they really at the end of Game 3, in the middle of Game 4, people act like, yeah, if Steph had played, the Warriors would have won in front. Like, no, this series was still going 6-7. Like, even if Steph and the Warriors could have lost this series and worn down maybe in another way had Steph been playing throughout the course of it. I do think if Steph stays healthy, the Warriors would win this series. I think it was trending in that direction. But I mean, we can't do the whole thing where
Listening to
I think this
Dubs
was
OT
flawed, and I think they were
with
getting
JD
more
John
than they
Dickinson
weren't gonna win.
on
No, I agree with
KNBR
that fully, and I'll let you go in a second.
post
But I
game.
was just gonna say that I was getting a lot of people coming at me online tonight for saying this was going to be a hard-fought series if Steph played. I don't want to live in the world of hypotheticals. He got hurt. Is what it is. Happens in the playoffs. The Warriors have seen both the side where they get hurt by injuries. They've seen the side where they.
What y'all on, gang? Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one. You feel me? And yeah. We finna talk about these Golden State Warriors. And I'm finna like this Golden State Warriors pack. We got packed out, man. You feel me? We got packed out. You dig? Yeah. What? My bad. I'm trying to fucking. What the fuck? All right, what's good with y'all, man? Y'all already know what time it is. Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one, and let's get into it. So, Warriors, Golden State Warriors was eliminated tonight by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Mike Conley, coached by Finch, the Finch guy. But nah, man. This is just kind of one of them freestyle kind of lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. Steph got hurt. Where do I want to start with this? Where do I want to go with this? Well, I'll say this first off, is that I'm listening to John Dickinson tonight on KNBR that y'all just heard me listening to. And one of the things he said was that he was talking about Jimmy Butler. Cheyenne, what's going on, boy? Bro Hamos FF. What's going on with you? Well, he mentioned something about Jimmy Butler and how, you know, we shouldn't have expected for Jimmy Butler to you know, without Steph, come in and lead the team to a series victory or whatever the situation is. I'm like, I kind of get what you're trying to say, but if that's the case, why the fuck is he getting paid $60 million? What the hell your ass getting $60 million for then, bro? But I'm not here to trash Jimmy Butler. That he didn't say it. That's just what a media member said. So it's not, I'm not here to trash Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler from the time he came over here and stepped foot into a Warriors uniform, we just like that immediately turned to a championship contender. And I truly believe emphatically that if Steph Curry does not get hurt, that the Warriors win this series. One thing I know for sure is that at least if Steph Curry was playing after 4 games, it would have been tied 2-2, because it should have been tied 2-2 anyway. You know what I'm saying? Game 3 was the game that we were supposed to win. You feel me? Jimmy Butler had a great game, but then he disappeared down the stretch when we really needed him with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He didn't score no more points. He had 33, but he scored his 32nd and 33rd points with 8 minutes to go. And then, you know, we basically didn't do what we were supposed to do down the stretch of game 3, and Minnesota did. But that was the game that we were supposed to win, and it would have been tied 2-2. But one thing I'll say about the injuries is it's a part of it. Injuries are all a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get a player like Steph Curry, it is an excuse, but it's like it is an excuse, but it ain't. It is an excuse because it's literal. Like, our best player got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And was unable to play for the remainder of the series. If that happens to any player on any team, in any sport, your best player go down for the most time. I know there's exceptions, but for the most part, you're not going to be you're not going to be the same. But so it is a valid excuse, but then it's not, because it's like injuries that's the whole battle. That like it's what they say, it's a war of attrition. So that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? People like to use injuries as an excuse. And like I said, it can be used as a literal excuse, but then again, it can't, because that's a part of it. It's whoever can be the last man standing, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the season, and whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whichever team is standing upright, you know what I mean, and was able to withstand the rigors and all the difficulties of an NBA season. You know what I'm saying? That's who deserves to win. Sometimes injuries play a part in it. You know what I mean? We don't want it to play a part in it because we want to see everybody playing, you know what I'm saying, at full strength, healthy. That way we can really determine and say who was really the better team and all that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cheyenne said, I know all the LeBron fanboys are pouring honey and celebrating the Warriors loss. Come on, man. You know they is, man. We ain't worried about them, though. Them fuck boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been at the house chilling. That's really one of the reasons why I wanted us to win tonight, because I was going to talk shit to Lakers fans, just to be like, hey, Warriors still winning and the Lakers still ain't. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's all to the good. But yeah, man, them fanboys, you know what I'm saying? And them bronze sexuals and bronze-stitutes. You feel me? Them bronze-stitutes, man, they sad. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas been sitting back complaining for, 3-4 weeks now since y'all ass been eliminated, coming up with all type of excuses and this and that, coming up with fake injuries and all that shit. The Warriors need to move Draymond back in the 4. Him playing the 5 all 48 minutes got him crashing out like a madman. No, straight up. Hey, man, I wanted to see, because I knew we was probably going to win tonight. Man, I wanted to see Draymond get in his bag. If we going out, hey, go out with a bang, man. Choke somebody, kick somebody in the nuts, slap somebody, punch somebody, do something, DDT somebody or do something. I wanted to see Draymond get in your bag, man. You understand me? Going on. Go on, get in your bag, bruh. And hey, go upside somebody motherfucking head, man. You feel me? But, you know, it is what it is. And I mean, the Warriors need to move Draymond. But nah, yeah, I my thing. So, okay, that leads me to one of my next points, or my next point, because I want to talk about the Timberwolves too, and get them some love. You know what I'm saying? Wheezy, yeah, area, man. We gone fishing, man. Hey, I'm on this Warriors pack right now. You understand me? So it is what it is. We packed up, packed out. You feel me? Gone fishing. You understand me? We in Cancun like a motherfucker right now. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. I just pulled up to the charging station. Let me plug my car up so I can start charging. But yeah, man. Shroud, what's going on? Saudi Arabia. What's good with all my people out in Saudi Arabia, man? You know what I mean? Love all my peoples all around the world. What the fuck going on? I miss Tupac. I miss him too. I miss him too. You feel me? De La Cruz, Aaron C. from the Philippines. What's going on? All my people out there in the Philippines. What's happening? You know what I'm talking about? What's happening? You feel me? Pull up on your boy. But so what I wanted to Cheyenne, I like that. His three things, okay? The Warriors need a backup point guard. They need a valid backup point guard. During the prime years of the dynasty, Sean Livingston was the backup point guard. It was a perfect backup point guard to Steph Curry. No, he didn't play like Steph. Perfect complementary backup to Steph Curry. Okay. And right now we don't have that. You know what I mean? We don't. I mean, I know Pajewski was playing that role, but they was on that. Jaden McDaniels was on Pajewski ass like white on motherfucking rice. Okay, so of point guard attributes, you know what I mean, and can handle the ball and stuff like that, but it was too much bagging up. You know how the old school players used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Bagging up and because they didn't want to get the ball, so I'm a bag up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was a lot of that going on. You feel me? And so a backup point guard. Everybody, man, as y'all sliding through this motherfucker, man, go on, give your boy a like one time. I don't ask for too much. I don't ask for too much. Go on, give your boy a like and share some. Dog, you know what I'm saying? Just a little something for your boy. You know what I'm saying? But so a backup point guard. You got to get a backup point guard, somebody that can run. And I know Draymond plays that role sometimes too, but during the prime years, like we had an actual backup point guard, Sean Livingston. Then Draymond Green also played, and still plays the backup, not backup point guard, but the point forward role and, you know, kind of playmaking and all that stuff. And then we also had Andre Iguodala, who was also like a point forward. I'm saying it could, you know, control the offense and stuff like that. And right now, we just don't have that. Yeah, Steph can do it, Jimmy, you know, but it's just what's going on with the Warriors right now is the role players aren't as good as the role players used to be. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was shown by fucking miles in this series. It's like, damn. Steph Curry don't play these motherfuckers. It look like they don't even know how to fucking play basketball. You guys are NBA players. You made it to the NBA without Steph Curry. Steph Curry was not around to help you make the NBA. So how the fuck y'all look like ain't nobody make a shot? That's like, damn, Steph Curry. It just shows how great Steph Curry is. But backup point guard, Isuf Kusabu. Bonjour. Bonjour, all my people out there in France, you dig? Ching Wang, what's good with it? Big Duck, 5044, what's happening? Give me a like as y'all coming in, man. So we got to get a backup point guard. And to Cheyenne, to what you said, we gotta get another big down there. I mean, if you're not gonna play Trace Jackson Davis like that, Looney is as every year that goes by, he just get lesser and lesser agile and more slower. I think he can still be effective at times doing certain things, you know, with rebounding and on the defensive. Yeah, Looney is just he's aging fast. You know what I mean? He never been super athletic, but he's aging fast. What was I gonna say? Fucking yeah. So, but we got to get a big down there to help out Draymond, because you know what I mean. When we was in our prime during the dynasty, yeah, man, it was Bogut or Zaza Pachulia or JaVale McGee. You know what I mean? Like, and who was this? Who played center when we won in 22? I forgot. I think it was Looney. I think it was Looney. Cheyenne said, let's be honest, we got too much specialist ass players. Example, Looney, GPT, Moody, Paz, TGD. 1000% agree. I 1000% agree. Because my thing is like this, bro. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, bro. We don't got nobody that know how to like put the ball in the basket. It's like you could just go get it. I know Jimmy can do it, but I mean, you can tell Jimmy is he's a little older now, bro, to where like he's not as athletic. That's the reason why Jimmy was passing the ball out so much, driving and kicking out, because he was feeling like he was going to get his fucking shot blocked. Okay. But yeah, we got too many specialists, bro. We got I'm like, without Steph Curry, I'm watching the game. I'm like, we don't have any fucking shooting. I bet y'all ass miss Klay Thompson now. Klay Thompson could have been fucking used in this series. You know what I'm saying? Straight the fuck up. Okay. So, but we don't got no fucking shooting. Buddy Hield is the second best shooter on the team, but he's too streaky. You know what I'm saying? He's too streaky. So, I'm like, damn, bro, we don't have any shooting. We have absolutely no shooting. Everybody was getting like, that's the reason why it looked like they was D'ing us up, because nobody wanted to take a shot. Everybody was scared to shoot. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all motherfuckers is NBA players, bro. So I don't know who that's, who that's on, but it's like, what? So we got to get a backup point guard. We got to get a big, and we got to get some more shooting, bro. We got to get motherfuckers that just know how to just go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Just, it ain't even all the time got to be a three. Just sometimes just shoot a little mid-range two. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a bucket, just to stop the bleeding. Because these motherfuckers couldn't do shit. I'm like, bro, y'all motherfuckers, like, how do we got so many players that can't fucking shoot? I mean, damn. Y'all just relying on Steph Curry to do every motherfucking thing when it comes to offense. Pacers Stink said Draymond got to retire and save him some money. I disagree. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Draymond is still Draymond. Other things around it have to, you know, Draymond excels when he got the offensive weaponry around him. You know what I'm saying? As far as offensively, he gonna excel defensively. And I mean, even this series, he you know, Julius Randle was giving him some of that work, you know what I mean? But I just think that was just a result of like Steph Curry not being there, and just the whole team demeanor was down a little bit. I mean, he was still playing hard, but you know, with Steph Curry there and you really know that you got a chance to win, it's going to amp you. And we all know Draymond don't like to play without Steph. You know what I mean? As soon as Steph ain't playing, this nigga get to kicking niggas in the nuts, doing all type of shit, trying to get about the game. You feel me? So, Venom says, look like Travis Scott. What up, though? Yeah, I've heard that before. Cheyenne says Steph had to drop 50 against Orlando and Memphis just to barely beat them on the road. Yeah, I mean, like Steph is amazing, man. I've been growing very frustrated over the past couple years with Steph, only when it comes to the turnovers. Like, bro, these is like elementary fucking turnovers. But this series just, it shows you, bro. Like, I didn't need the series to show me. I already know what the fuck Steph Curry is. But I'm saying it reminded me, like, really who he is, bro. And, like, the fact that nobody, like, he makes other players look better than what they are just by being on the fucking court. Like, them niggas was looking like G League, like Paz the last 2 months of the year since Jimmy Butler came over. This nigga was looking like, you know what I mean? He was damn near playing like a borderline fucking all-star and shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the playoffs, it wasn't like that. And not only that, this series, it was even worse. But I mean, it's like when Steph is on the court, I feel like everybody else has confidence that they can make a three. I don't think GP2 made 1 3 since Steph got hurt. But when Steph on the court, he hit that little corner three. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what I feel like the Warriors need going forward. They gotta address. They gotta get some shooting. I'm not saying they gotta be star player. I'm saying, but you gotta get players that can shoot. You know what I mean? Like, that can get a fucking bucket. You know what I'm saying? Shooting. Some type of big down there that can be a low post presence as far as shot blocking, rebounding, and catching some lobs, and a backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Warriors need. You feel me? Frank Contreras said, is it true Steph Curry took a payout to sit out the series? Yeah, you trolling. Ludi 13, they messed up by letting go of Clay. I've been saying that. And what I said but I will say this though, it was kind of a mutual thing. Like, Clay kind of wanted out too, and that's something that I had to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just kind of grew frustrated, you know what I mean, with the organization a little bit, you know what I mean, over the past year or two. You know what I'm saying? He felt like they didn't you know, for everything that he did, that, you know, I don't know. I think he felt a little disrespected and stuff like that. But so it was kind of mutual. But nonetheless, Clay could have been used in this series. Period, point, motherfucking blank, nigga. Clay could have been used straight up, because the Warriors did not have any fucking shooting. If Buddy Hield wasn't on, it's bad. Everybody give me a like, man. Everybody in the room, man, give your boy a like, man. You know what I'm saying? Just come on, man. Just a little bit. Fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy. Give your boy a little like, man. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, they fucked up with that. You know what I'm saying? Pacers Stink says Kuminga is nice. Kerr got to give him more confidence. My thing is like this. Kuminga is such a polarizing topic, bro. He's such a polarizing player, especially out here in the Bay Area, bro. It's like, I understand Jonathan Kuminga is extremely athletic. You know what I mean? He got a lot of potential, stuff like that. But we got to understand, and I understand he's young. We got to understand, bro, that Jonathan Kuminga just completed his 4th year in the NBA. He just completed his 4th year. Okay? He's a veteran now. Yeah, you can still say he's a young player because he is still a young player. He's still only 22. So he is a young player, but he's an experienced young player now. So, like, I do believe that if he goes to another team, he can star in a starring role, you know, a little bit more than what he's done here. But Jonathan Kuminga is what he is. Like, I think people look at Jonathan Kuminga like he's like he got the potential to be like a Kobe or a Kawhi or a Paul George or some shit like that. And to me, he's just not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't really have he's supremely athletic. He can score. But his style of scoring it's not really conducive to like the Warrior style of play, because Steph Curry is the system. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure you look for him. And in order for Jonathan Kuminga to really get off, he got to have a ball in his hand. He got to be doing his one-on-one thing. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the way. We don't do that here. You know what I'm saying? So, Jonathan Kuminga is a good player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not, but like, I think he'll have a long career. He'll make a lot of money, but to me, he's not like will he ever make an all-star game? I think he could make an all-star game or two, something like that. But, you know, he's just he's a player that he's like in between like a role player and a star player. Not a superstar player, but a star player. He's like somewhere in between there. At his best, he can be a star player. And at his worst, he can be a role player. You know what I mean? One of the last play. You know what I mean? But that's my thing with it, because my thing is like this. Y'all got to understand, people keep saying this about Kerr and like, dude, like Steve Kerr is not holding Kuminga back. Like at all, bro. Like you guys act like Steve Kerr is saying to himself, now I know I got a young phenom over there, a young Kobe, a young somebody that can really be a superstar player in this league and take over the reins after Steph and Dre and all that and continue on the legacy and all that. But you know what? I don't like him, so I ain't gonna play him like that. He's not doing that. Like, if you show that, you know what I'm saying, you are a great player, and that, not that he's not a great player, but if you show that that your style of play is conducive to winning, he gonna put you out there, bro. He gonna put you out there. He not gonna not put you out there. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Like that be the thing with me. It's like people act like bro, like if you got the talent, no coach can hold you down, bro. Like there's no coach that got so much power or hate in their heart or whatever that they're going to be able to suppress that and hold you down. That shit is gonna squeak through if that's the case. If you really that good, to where like they're gonna be like, nah, bro, we gotta play this dude. You know what I'm saying? But as I say that, I don't mean to say that like they haven't been playing Jonathan Kuminga. I know once he came back from the injury this year, his playing time, you know, dropped and went away or whatever. But you guys got to understand why, okay? Before his injury and before we got Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga was playing well, okay? Some of the best basketball in his career so far. However, we were a 500 team. Like we was a okay team. Then he got hurt. Then we got Jimmy Butler. Once we got Jimmy Butler, we became one of the top 5 teams in the league. So then once he came back from his injury, you got to fit in, bro. We got something that's you. I mean, you just got to figure out a way to fit in. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all that was, bro. Steve, like there's no coach that can, if you are that great, can't no coach hold you down, bro. It's not going to be possible like that. Like they eventually, like a coach gonna be like, dude, we gotta play this dude. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about it is, if you go back, like Jonathan Kuminga, like people act like, Steve Kerr, he don't, bro. Go look at the course of over Jonathan Kuminga's career, especially these past 2 years, bro. And like I said, minus since we even got Jimmy Butler, because I know there was a lot of games he didn't play, but Jonathan Kuminga has played a lot. I know this as a Warrior fan. I watch the games. I've seen him. Like Jonathan Kuminga has had more than enough time to prove that he's the type of player that deserves to be out there even throughout the fuck ups. Like he's like go back and look at the number of games. Like he's had a lot of games over the past couple years where he done played well into 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happened a lot. So this whole notion of Kerr don't play Kuminga and all, that's bullshit. It was just that, like I said, once we got Jimmy Butler and then he came back from the injury, it just kind of like just was what it was. You feel me? Frank Contreras says, where was Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield? I mean, for me, Jimmy is aging rapidly. I agree with you with that. You know what I mean? But he's the Robin of the team. He wasn't brought over here to like carry the team. He was brought over here to help out Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? But he does have the capability. It's just that he's just a little bit older now. Like it's not necessarily, it's not even the age thing. It's just that you can see like his athleticism is waning a little bit. You know what I mean? He's still athletic enough. You know what I mean? He got 2 years left on the contract. You're going to have to be athletic enough. But you know what I'm saying? You could just see it. You know what I mean? So that's happening with Jimmy. And Buddy, like, this is what people got to understand about Buddy Hield. This is what people got to understand about role players, okay? Buddy Hield is a role player. When you are a role player, that the reason why you're a role player is because you're inconsistent. Role players are supposed to be inconsistent. They're not going to show up every night. They're going to show up every night, but they're not going to have a good star players, and superstar players are the one that are expected to every night, night in and night out, have a good game. Now, even they're not going to do it every game, but they're expected to. Role players should not be expected to do that. You want them to do that, but it's the reason why they're role players. So when people be on Buddy Hield about this, he's a role player. He's a role player. This is what you get with a role player. He'll have a game where he scored 25 points, the next, and shoot 6 of 11 from 3. Then the next game he'll score fucking 9 points and shoot fucking 2 for 11 from 3. It's just that's what role players do. So I'm not surprised at all. He's a role player. Role players are inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're role players. Danny said, nah, being for real. No, they don't. No, they did mess up. Okay, not the same. Okay, wasn't even huge in playing for Dallas. Clay, commit. Oh. No, they did miss. Okay, wasn't even huge in playing for Dallas. So Jay is talking about Clay. Clay did his thing this year. Clay had moments. Clay wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like no bum for the Mavs this year. You know what I mean? He may have had some moments where his defense was lacking a little bit, maybe a few games, maybe he didn't, play as much as maybe he thought. But overall, I mean, Clay's not the player that he once was, but he's still good enough to be able to contribute. Like, no doubt. Clay had some Clay moments this year. You know what I'm saying? But he done made a name for himself. We know the Clay of old, so that's what people are expecting from him. But you know what I mean? Kuminga needs to work on his game. Jay said Kuminga needs to work on his game and learn some moves, not just dunks. Jay, I 100% agree with you, and that's my whole point. Like, Kuminga he don't really have I compare him to LeBron James in a way. Not saying that he's as good as a player as LeBron James, but I'm saying as far as the athleticism, freaky athletics, and the fact that they don't have a bag. Like, their game is just kind of like putting their head down and just charging to the basket and just like, but it ain't really no handles, they're not skilled players. You know what I mean? It's just brute force and athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Kuminga don't have a bag like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Loaded Truth 81 says Kuminga doesn't understand how to hoop yet. He's going off his athleticism. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. I agree. Loaded Truth said Kuminga needs to learn the game, in my opinion. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree. And that's what I mean. It's like he in his fourth year. He just completed his fourth year. Like, so, yeah, you can say he's a young player because he's 22, but he's an experienced young player now. Once you get to your fourth year, and on, you're a veteran now. You're a vet. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to your fourth year, you're a vet, bro. He's going into his fifth year now. You're a veteran. You're not a rookie no more. I guess you can still kind of say you're a young player, but you a vet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Loaded Truth said Moses Moody got a second contract and brother is trash. Listen, I'll say this. He did get a second contract, but it ain't a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of money to us, but for an NBA contract, it's not a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Moses Moody is getting paid like $13 million a year. Like, that's a lower level, you know what I mean, contract. So the money ain't really a problem. Now, Moses Moody, I don't know what the fuck happened to him in this series. I mean, this brother right here was straight up butt cheeks, fam. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about straight up ass, man. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, bro, towards the end of the year and even in that series against Houston, he was playing excellent defense, superb defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was hitting that left. Now his shot has started to waver a little bit, even last series, but he was still playing well overall as far as defense and timely shots. This series, this nigga was airballing, wasn't making no shots, wasn't playing no defense, so Steve Kerr just had to just sit him down. Like, bro, like you're not giving us nothing. It's like you damn near ain't even out there. You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, Moses Moody, I don't know what the fuck happened to him in this series, but it's just kind of what happens. You know what I mean? It was just a bad series. I don't think it's nothing to really, you know what I mean, worry about too much. Just a bad series. Like I said, he's a role player. You know what I mean? It's just a bad series for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat, man, give me a like, man. You know what I'm talking about? Give your boy a like and subscribe. You know what I mean? A share and all that, man. But yeah, man. It's yeah. My bad. Let me plug this charger up. I'm sitting here still talking. Yeah. Yeah, though, man. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Moses Moody. Moses Moody, boy, hey, your ass got some explaining to do, big dog. I want to hear your motherfucking exit interview. What the fuck happened? Boy, you didn't eat your Wheaties or what? Pacers Stink says Tatum has entered the chat. Tatum need to go sit his ass down somewhere, go here heal that motherfucking Achilles. Wolves versus Pacers in the final, says Low the Great. Hey, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm kind of with you on that, Low the Truth. I was thinking about that. I was watching the game with my dad tonight. Hey, I'm kind of, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad at New York, you know what I mean? Because it's just something about the Knicks. I just like their vibe. I like what they got, you know what I mean, going on, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be mad at the Knicks. I think that's going to be an epic series, Pacers-Knicks. Now, Knicks they got one more game against Boston, you know what I'm saying? So the Knicks got to get game 6. Not that they can't win game 7 in Boston, but you don't even want to play around with that, bro. Go on in that. They the defending champions. And this year they 9-2 without Tatum. So, bruh, y'all want to, and they're the one team that they're so deep that they can withstand. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, Tatum is, but they still got Brown. If the Knicks don't handle business on Friday night, that series is gonna get a little interesting, game 7. But I think the Knicks is gonna do what they got to do in game 6. But yeah, Knicks, Pacers, and then Wolves, OKC. Me, preferably, I would like to see OKC in the Western Conference Finals over Denver, because I don't want Denver to keep advancing because of nothing against nobody on their team. Jokic, nothing. I don't got no type of hate against them. But what they did to their coach, and how they fired him like a couple weeks before the playoffs, if they keep advancing, that's not a good look. Like, that's basically saying we can fire our coach a week before the playoffs and still go to the motherfucking finals and win a championship. You feel me? So that's the reason why I want them to lose, because I don't want this precedent to be set that, we can fire our coach at any time of the season and we still going to be all right, because next thing you know, coach is going to get fired left and right. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I don't want them to win, because I don't want them to keep having success and they just fired their damn coach, because then it's going to look like shit. We could just, coach don't even matter type shit, and coaches do matter. So LE, now that the Warriors are out, I got my money on Halliburton. I fuck with Halliburton. Everybody on Indiana right now, hey, I fuck with Hallie though. And then y'all got the nerve to say this man is the most overrated player in the league? He said, oh yeah? Okay, watch this. Hold my motherfucking beer. And they said, watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton said, oh, I'm overrated, huh? Okay. So I fuck with that. T-Bone says OKC might win it all. I wouldn't be surprised at that. I just don't think they're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that OKC I think they will advance. Now, I picked Denver before the series. I believe I did. Did I? Or did I pick OKC? No, I picked Denver. I picked OKC. But I believe OKC is going to advance, so that'll be improvement from last year. Last year, yes, they were the number 1 seed, but they got to the second round and got bounced. This year, they're the number 1 seed again, but then they'll get bounced in the third round in the Western Conference Finals. So that's still an improvement. That's still them. They're still improving every year. You know what I'm saying? And I just think with OKC that it's something there. I think a little bit. I'm not saying they soft because they not, but I just feel like toughness wise, there's just a little something there missing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that, but if it's going to be OKC Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals, I mean, I think OKC has the better team. But that boy, Anthony Edwards, he a motherfucking problem. That boy a motherfucking problem. Okay. Anthony Edwards is he's an issue. And Shea is gonna win the MVP this year and all that and it's not, but I mean, and rightfully so, because his team, but I think that OKC has the better team. So I believe they should win the series against Minnesota. But when you got that boy, when you got that man, as Mark Jackson say, mama, there go that man. When you got that man, that Ant-Man, yeah, you got your ass a motherfucking chance. You feel me? Yeah, bro, Burton finally came on the scene. Dude been on the run lately. Straight up, Jimmy got shut down by McDaniels. Yeah, I mean, McDaniels a hell of a defender. Straight up. No, Load of Truth said McDaniels hell of a defender. Yeah, he's McDaniels is the type of players that the Warriors actually want. That's what we need. We need some motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of Jaden McDaniels running around during our prime. You feel me? What the hell, Burton? You know what I'm saying? Demon Kitty said, hi, Salmon Tip, you ain't got the answers. C-grade advice. Okay, I'll take that. At least I didn't fail. C is a passing grade, I'll take it. You feel me? What the hell, Burton? Shit catchy as fuck. Yeah, that's kind of catchy. What the hell, Yante? What the hell? Had to like this Warriors pack. Warriors pack, y'all. I'm on this Warriors pack. The one, Buddy Hield with teeth like that, birthday gotta be on Easter. This nigga wild. I got big teeth too, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that was pretty clever. The one. Solomon Tip said role players was said. Solomon Tip, amen. Curry packs up the Wolves team in 5. Listen, if Steph Curry don't get hurt, we win this series definitely, at least in 6 games. We win it in 6. Straight up. Boy, in game 1, the one game that he played, the nigga only played 13 minutes, had 13 points, and we won the game. And the nigga only played a quarter and a half. And he was on that shit. He was looking like, oh yeah, like the Warriors really, that's the only part what I really think about. Like, I'm not mad or nothing like that, because it is what it is. It's a little disappointing, but man, we done won 4 rings, bro, so I ain't even tripping. But when you kind of think about it, it do make you trip a little bit, because when I'm thinking about the landscape of everybody that's left, it's like the Warriors really had action, bro, this year to win another championship. Like, there's no team in front of them that they could not beat. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, they could beat them if they was healthy. OKC, I believe that they could beat them. I'm not saying that they would have beat them, but they could, they can. You know what I'm saying? And then Indiana and New York. You know what I mean? Boston would have been tough, but I mean, Boston baked bean, we already showed y'all what we do with y'all. You feel me? We showed y'all 3 years ago. Bop on top of the head. You feel me? 4th ring. The Steph Finals MVP. That nigga did like this to y'all in the third quarter, nigga. That nigga didn't even wait to the fourth. You know what I'm saying? That nigga did this. Give me that ring. I need that. Night. But we the ones going night tonight. You feel me? Anthony Edwards put us to motherfucking bed, nigga. Like, a good sleep, nigga, a deep motherfucking sleep. OKC gonna wreck that Wolves team. I don't disagree with that, bro. You know what I mean? It's just that, I don't know, something about this Denver series kind of got me kind of looking at OKC like, I mean, they up 3-2, so I know most people like, what the fuck you talking about? They up 3-2, but they was down 1-2, but, you know, they up 3-2 now. But I don't know. But yeah, so that I guess that's kind of why. But I do feel like against Minnesota, that just might be just a better matchup for them. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. Chris says Kuminga will look great in a Bucks jersey, and Giannis will look great in a Warriors jersey. So let's do the swap, Johnson. Nah, man. I want to see Kuminga do good. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. It's all to the good. Chris said picks Kuminga, Pods, and Moody for Greek Freak. Come on. I'm all with that shit. I mean, I'm with that like a motherfucker. Pods, Moody, and Kuminga for Giannis. Come on. Come the fuck on. Now, I don't think the salaries match up because Giannis getting like 50, some shit like that. So even those three players, their salary doesn't match up to Giannis. I think Kuminga getting something in the teens. He's still on his rookie contract. So I think he's getting like, I don't know, 14 or 15 or something like that. Paz is at like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or, 10, something like that. And then Moody is at 12 or 13. So, yeah, that don't even add up to 50. So, like the money got to match up. You feel me? But the trade in itself, just the hypothetical, I'm with that. I would do that all day long. Oh, but you said picks too? Yeah, I'll probably give up some picks, but I mean, damn. And I mean, now but hey, it's Giannis. Shayev said Moses Moody lost his confidence in the Spurs game. I don't even remember which game you're talking about. Which Spurs? I know, obviously, you talk about something towards the end of the regular season. Chris said throw in Butler for salary filler. Man, now I don't know about that. That's a lot. I mean, but I feel you because that would be Curry, Giannis, and Draymond. So, you know what I mean? But damn, you getting rid of Pods too, and Kuminga too, and Moody, and Butler, and picks. Damn, nigga, we bet to win the motherfucking championship. You understand me? Chris says Steven Adams will be a great addition. Listen, Steven Adams would be the perfect addition for the Golden State Warriors. They need a nigga like that bad. You know what I'm saying? They need a Steven Adams. Okay? Then as a backup point guard, go get a nigga like, you know what I mean? Who the fuck? Shit, if we could have kept Chris Paul. Imagine Chris Paul on the team this year. Steph Curry get hurt. Now it's Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green. Because Chris Paul gonna make sure your ass ain't turning the ball over, make sure everybody where the fuck they supposed to be. He just gonna keep everything, you know what I mean, in order. That's just what he gonna do. You feel me? So I think they would have been able to survive that. You feel me? But I mean, a nigga like that. You know what I mean? It could be a old nigga, but because just somebody that can, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They need, you know what I mean? And then go get some shooting, man. You feel me? Derek White cooking. Plus, I think they moved the ball better without Tatum. Loaded Truth said. Chris, Joker, the first player coach since Bill Russell. Joker be out there cooking niggas. Cheyenne said Halliburton whooped the Cavs while snatching them snow bunnies along with him. Come on now, that boy love them snow bunnies. That boy love them. Hey, Hallie love him, man. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Loaded Truth. OKC can't beat the Wolves. So we got somebody in favor for OKC. We got somebody in favor for the Wolves. Me, I'm torn because it's like, and I think that would be, you know, Shea versus Ant. But then the Thunder also got my boy. What's the tall white boy? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He be they be sleeping on him, man. You feel me? They be sleeping on him. And he ain't to be slept on. Okay, she cooking the T-Wolves team. They got way better perimeter defender than the Dubs. Yeah, see, they whoever the Wolves play next, it's like OKC got defense. So the defense is definitely gonna be more hawking than what it was for the Wolves this series against the Warriors, for sure. This motherfucker Pajewski, I mean, you know, he had a good game tonight scoring wise, but dog, I'm talking about this motherfucker be letting motherfuckers just olay to the basket. I mean, the fuck is you doing, bro? Stay in front the nigga. Goodness fucking gracious. And then you out there turning the ball over, jumping, get caught in the air. Bro, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, them niggas was just, I mean, I'm watching that shit like, what the fuck is y'all doing, bro? Y'all niggas is playing like, damn, Steph Curry really helped y'all niggas out. I mean, goodness fucking gracious. You motherfuckers look like a motherfucking elementary school team. Nas Reed won't get good looks either, says Chris. Chris says no more 30-point Julius Randle games with OKC perimeter defense. Jing Lee says OKC champion. I doubt put AE on SGA. It's a wrap. Says Loaded Truth. Hopi says Nuggets in 7. Hey, man. Jokic. You know what I mean? I just want to see OKC go on and end it, man. Just go and end it tomorrow, but Jokic is Jokic. You feel me? And what's his face? My nigga that got robbed for the slam dunk contest 2 years in a row. Aaron Gordon. He from out here in the Bay Area. He from San Jose. I was doing Uber Eats one time. Tell me why I delivered to Aaron Gordon, bro, in San Jose. This is when he was still playing with Orlando. You feel me? I delivered to Aaron Gordon. You feel me? He was at some house in San Jose. And the nigga put his real name on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got the request, it said order for Aaron Gordon. You know what I mean? I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know this ain't that Aaron Gordon. You know what I'm saying? And it was actually that Aaron Gordon. I got to the house, right? I got to the house, it was nighttime. And but they had the blinds open so you could see in the house. All of a sudden, a tall ass nigga get up, stand up. I'm like, damn, that nigga taller than the motherfucker. And I look, said, this is really fucking Aaron Gordon. That nigga walk, bro. That nigga walked through the door tall as fuck. I was looking up. I was like, wow, Aaron Gordon. What'd I say? I forgot what the fuck I said to him. I said something. I did ask him for a picture. He did decline, but the only reason why he declined because he wasn't dressed right. When he came to the door, all the nigga had on was some short, like some little ass shorts. You feel me? He have no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? He just had some shorts. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was like, but he gave me a fat ass tip. He gave me a fat ass tip, and then I went to Twitter and I was like, I just delivered to Aaron Gordon, blah, 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 blah. And then he retweeted that shit. So he showed love. You know what I mean? He showed love. He retweeted my tweet after I let the Twitter know that I just met Aaron Gordon, and he gave me a fat tip. So I think it was like $70, $80, something like that. So shout out to Aaron Gordon, but he been balling this series too. So hey, that's the heart of a champion too. Now they won the championship a year before the Celtics, so they not hella years removed from their last championship. So that's still a heart of a champion you working with over there. So, but I just rather see OKC win. You know what I'm saying? Todd C say, do you have a cigarette with you? Nah, this Warriors pack. Golden State Warriors pack right here. I'm off that Warriors pack. Loaded Truth said we lose in 7 with Steph. I disagree. I honor your opinion, you know what I'm saying, but I just think that if Steph don't get hurt, I've seen the fire in that man's eyes, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that we win the series, you know what I'm saying? This year, I think the first time we would have got eliminated, if we would got eliminated, was in the Western Conference Finals, maybe by OKC. But I think we could have beat them too. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors had action this year, bro, because you got to think, like, they're not too far. They won the championship before the Denver Nuggets, the year before the Denver Nuggets in 22. So they still got the heart of a champion up in there too. Not to mention they the dynasty of this era. But they would have had action, bro, if Steph Curry didn't get hurt. Just because the teams that's in front of them, like ain't no like super unbeatable team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you got Steph Curry, you got a chance. Period, point blank. You high, you have blurred eyes. Edwards cooking Dortch. Edwards is cooking the fuck out of Lou Dortch. Come on, man. What? Man, Anthony Edwards is finna treat that motherfucker like lunch meat. You feel me? Klay Thompson in the building. Klay Thompson, if that car light wasn't on, we wouldn't see you. Klay Thompson in the building with the troll, with the jokes. So you got Anthony Edwards will bring back the dub. He's the GOAT. MJ's son. He is MJ's son. You feel me? The Greek coming to NYC. He just bought a mansion in the Hamptons. I know they saying that. They talking about he was in New York and all that. So he going to New York and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Greek freak stay where he at. You know what I mean? He gonna consider it. You know what I mean? He probably gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes somewhere. But he got the type of character to me that I wouldn't be surprised if he I wouldn't be surprised if he end up just staying there. You feel me? You know, but let me see. Not me, baby. Say Knicks all day. Hey, I'm rooting for the Knicks. I'm rooting for the Knicks, man. You know what I'm saying? I like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is that boy be coming through in the clutch though. You know what I'm saying? Real clutch player though. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be having a bad game, but if the game is close down the stretch in the fourth, that boy he ain't gonna be having no bad game no more. You feel me? Wolves and Knicks has better storyline though. Wolves and Knicks have better storyline than who? If the Knicks definitely, because they the New York Knicks. So even though they ain't won no championship since what 1973 or some shit like that, since the 70s, they the New York Knicks. So and it's New York. So and it's Madison Square Garden. So they're always going to, if they in it, it's always going to be a storyline. So I do agree with the Knicks. With the Wolves, I agree too because of Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? I know he talking about, man, I don't want to be the face of the league. Bro, you don't got a choice. You don't got a choice. You don't get determined if you are or are not the face of the league. The league picks who's the face of the league. Meaning, if you that nigga and you balling out and you know what I'm saying, you gonna be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Anthony Edwards got that charisma. He got that, you know what I'm saying? When he in interviews, like he just got that interesting kind of like, you know what I mean? Like he got that charisma. You feel me? Some motherfuckers is a little bit too plain and bland. Like I like Shai Gilgeous, but he ain't, the personality ain't really there. You know what I mean? I know he, you know, he the way he dressed and all that, but you know what I mean? The personality, same way with Jokic. Giannis got a little more personality. He kind of goofy and funny and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But and then Wemby, you know what I mean? He's still young, but he gonna be one of them next faces of the league though, for sure. But Anthony Edwards is the one. You know what I'm saying? And then Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you know, they try to make Jason Tatum that, but he a little bit too soft-spoken. Luka is probably the next best thing to the face of the league other than Anthony Edwards. I'm talking about out of the new niggas. You know what I mean? Out of Anthony Edwards or Jokic. But even with Luka, it's like, I do think it's something to, like, if you're a European player, you can be, it's something about a European player. It's like harder for them to be like, because all of these players that I'm naming are faces of the league. But when I say face of the league, I'm talking about like a Steph, like a LeBron, you know what I mean? KD type shit, which have been the faces of the league this past 15, 20 years or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But now going forward, you feel me? Who is it? You know what I mean? I think the one player that has the most opportunity to be that is Anthony Edwards. You know who it was though, right before Anthony Edwards? Ja Morant. Ja Morant was that one. Like, you know what I mean? He was gonna be the new, and then, you know what I'm saying? He wanna be, you know what I mean? He wanna be gang, he wanna be slime. You understand me? So they took that away from, like, bro, you can't be out here toting guns. My nigga, kids is looking up to you, big dog. This the NBA. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking up the product. You feel me? Warriors needed Curry off top. Abusees, what up though, boy? For sure. Yep. Glad you up in this thing. Yeah. I mean, man, the Wolves packed us out. They packed us out. You know what I mean? It's all good. We ain't worried. We got kind of a little built-in excuse. You know what I mean? Even though it ain't a excuse all the way, because injuries is a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of got a little built-in excuse. You feel me? Yeah, but they packed us out. I ain't mad at it though. Dusty Turtle said, YouTube algorithm has brought me to an OG smoking blunt in a car. Hey, it is what it is, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Glad you popped out. You feel me? Oh, yeah. Hello, say Jay blowing that gas. Yeah, you know I'm off that gas. I'm off that gas, man. Low the truth say we too small, Jada. He give his all and the Hemi went out. Man, that Hemi tell me a lot, bro, because they said this is the first time. He said this is the first time he didn't have this is the first time he didn't have this injury his whole life. He ain't never had no hamstring pulled, he ain't never, yeah. So what that tells me is that so it's starting to be a little wear and tear now. You know what I mean? That body getting up there in age a little bit. He's still running around the same way at 37 that he was at 27. That body's starting to be like, you putting a lot of pressure on us, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, yeah, they're gonna have to monitor that now going forward. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you know, getting a little up there in age. Body started to break down a little bit, but that's what that tell me. You feel me? Drake can only, yeah, we too small though. Yeah, we got to get some bigs down there. Drake can only guarantee technicals. I mean, I understand, you know, outsiders, you know what I mean? You know, look at Draymond like some type of goofy or some whatever, some type of barbaric, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, y'all just don't understand like his importance to the Warriors, bro, and just like how the Warriors don't have no championships without him. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. You feel me? And yeah, Chris, I agree. Dre's the only reason we had the best defense since the All-Star break. I think that, but also when Jimmy came over, that also helped the defensive numbers though too. The defensive statistics. It's just facts. When Jimmy came, pause. The defense got even better. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the talk about Draymond being a defensive player really heated up. You know what I'm saying? Around that same time. So, but yeah, nah, Dre is the anchor on defense. I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of Butler either. What happened to playoff Jimmy? He was supposed to win us one without Steph. Man, that's all we needed to get was one. The one we were supposed to get was game 3. We were supposed to get game 3. That's the one we had the best opportunity to win. And he played great in that game for 3 quarters. But for the last 8 minutes of the 4th quarter, he didn't score not 1 point. He had 33. But like I said earlier in the live, his 32nd and 33rd point came with like 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Wolves just end up taking control of the game, especially that last 5 minutes. You feel me? But yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. But we had to. Game 3 was the one we were supposed to get, man. You feel me? And then in game 4, you know what I mean? It was close. We had to lead at the half. Should have been a 5-point lead, but then Anthony Edwards hit that 3-pointer over 2 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I knew that three with that. When he hit that three at the buzzer over Draymond and GP2, two of the best defenders on the team, probably the two best defenders on the team. Like, I was like, yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign right there. And sure enough, it wasn't. That third quarter, they blitzed them. And them niggas just gave up. You know what I mean? Them niggas came out, punched their ass in the mouth the second half, and them niggas was like, yeah, all right, y'all got that. Y'all got that. You feel me? But they should have got game 3. That was the game to get. You feel me? They throwing doors on Edwards next round, and Edwards Edwards finna cook the fuck out of Lou Dort. Finna treat that little boy like a little boy. And it's Tasha Zinkowiks. Yes, sir. Said greetings from Poland, man. Shout out to all my weepers out in Poland, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? That's tapped in with the boy. You feel me? Load of truth said I like the Knicks too, but White is looking good, getting more touches without Tatum, plus a 3 a day. Yeah. I mean, the Boston got action if the Knicks don't win on Friday. Knicks got to win. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all could have won tonight, closed them out. Y'all didn't win it. Okay, so this was the one for y'all to blow. Okay, y'all blew game 5. Game 6, you got to win that. If you don't win game 6, you playing with fire. Straight up. Knicks to the finals. I'm not mad either way. I just want to see a good series with the Knicks and the Pacers. You feel me? And I think that's going to be a dope series. Them is two of the most clutchest players in the league right now. Hallie versus Brunson. That's crazy. That's going to be crazy right there. You feel me? Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you going to have Cat going against Miles Turner. You feel me? That's gonna be a dope series right there. You feel me? And then the coaches. 2 dope coaches too. Rick Carlisle versus Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? So both coaches who have won championships. Tom Thibodeau hasn't won a championship as a head coach, but he won a championship on the coaching staff of a team that won a championship. He was on that coaching staff in 2008, the Celtics that beat the Lakers in 6. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's how he got his comeuppance. You did. Money Talk say Dre is a dog. Warriors fans will never appreciate him. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm a Warriors fan that you ain't talking about me. I appreciate Draymond like a son of a bitch. Straight up. You understand me? Like that's no doubt at all. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely ain't talking about me. Dre, I know what Dre is. You feel me? He guard whoever, whenever. In fact, I just don't like his love affair with LeBron James. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Draymond is man, and I'm talking about through it all the shit, all the choking, punching, kicking, body slamming. I was with the only one. The first time where Draymond did something where I was like, "All right, you was stripping on that one," was when he did what he did to Nurkic against the Suns, when he turned around and then spit around in his hand and then damn near punched that nigga in the motherfucking, you know what I mean? I wasn't mad at the Jordan Poole shit. Shit happens, bro. Like, that ain't the first time teammates done fought or teammates done got into it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, oh, well, what could he say? I'm not saying it was cool that he did it. I'm just saying, bro, shit happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't looking at that shit like, oh, Draymond man, they was out here talking about Draymond like you ruined this and that, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, that type of shit happens, bro. I mean, Jordan Poole said some shit he shouldn't have said. I'm just saying, hey, I'm not saying I'm cool. It was cool that Draymond did that. I'm just saying shit happens. You got to stay on your P's and Q's, man. The one with old boy from Sacramento when he stumped on his chest. I'm like, bro, how can y'all be mad at this boy was grabbing this boy ankle, man? He could have twisted his ankle, broken his ankle. Draymond is trying to run down the court where the play is going on. You know what I'm saying? This boy is on the ground grabbing his foot. So Draymond stumped his bitch ass out. I would have did the same thing. How you gonna be mad at that? That's the only thing I don't understand with Draymond is like they never look at what preceded what he did. He didn't just do that shit. This nigga was grabbing his fucking ankle. He could have injured him. You feel me? The Rudy Gobert shit. When he grabbed him by the neck and pulled him away. Dog, Rudy Gobert was grabbing around Klay Thompson's neck. So Draymond Green came to the defense of his teammate. That's what you're supposed to do. Nah, you gonna get off Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get off this sniper. Nah, wing. That ain't going down. So I don't understand how they just look at just Draymond, but they don't look at the fact that Rudy Gobert was attempting to grab Klay Thompson around his neck. So Draymond said, oh, really? I'm finna one-up you. Yeah, I'm gonna choke your bitch ass out. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? What else? Everything that Draymond did, I've been cool with it all. Like I said, the first time when he did something, you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh, you was kind of, you know what I'm saying, was the Nurkic one because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew where his head was. Like, your hands was down, and then as you spent around, you brought your shit up, and then, like, you didn't hit him with your fist, but, like, you hit him, like, with this, you know what I mean, with your forearm kind of part, like, and just, like, it's like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't make you do all that. You was, how you trying to pull away from him, and then you just mysteriously twist around and and just whack this nigga all across his motherfucking head. Draymond is a crazy motherfucker though, man. That motherfucker be out there wilding. I'll be like, damn, this nigga tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I love Draymond. Love him. You feel me? Riley Child said, need a solid shooting guard center straight up. Jimmy and Dre with a full season is going to be a dangerous in the playoffs next year. That's my money talk. I've been saying that. I was with my OGs today. They talking about, yeah, this is probably their last chance. I'm like, bro, I think they're going to have one more shot at it next year because it's going to be the full year with Jimmy now. Since Jimmy came to the team, you feel me? They was a top 5 team in the league. Top 5 offense, top 5 defense. It was one of the top. So since he didn't came, the record was like 22-6 or, you know what I mean, 22-7 or something like that. You feel me? And Steph was playing out of this world. He was playing like MVP Steph. So you get a whole season of that now. So now it's going to put you in a better position seeding wise. You feel me? To where you may be able to get a top 4 seed. Even before we got Jimmy Butler, the first 15 games of the year, we was 12-3. We was the number 1 seed. And then that's when all the bullshit happened. And then they just start being an average team, losing games they shouldn't lose. And then for the next 40 games, they went like 20-20 or 20-21. And then Jimmy Butler came through. And then we got on the run. But had we had Jimmy Butler all year, we would have probably had a better seeding. You know what I'm saying? So that just gives you a better chance to, you know what I mean? To, even though the seeding and all that stuff ultimately don't really matter. I mean, it do, but it don't. It's just a feeling though. If you didn't have a whole season where you didn't won 55, 60 games, some shit like that, you know what I mean? And you the 3, 4 seed, you know, that at least guarantee you at least one round of home court advantage, you know what I mean? You just feel better about the team. You know what I mean? You just feel, it just makes you feel like we supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be that team. So it'll just, I think next year they gonna have a good run at it. Not guaranteeing they gonna win it, but I think next year, you know what I'm saying, the only thing that's gonna fuck them up is injury. If somebody, if one of the key players get hurt, that's gonna derail the shit. And all three of they key players, star players, are 33 and up. Draymond is what, 33, 30, about to be 34. Steph is 37. Jimmy is 35. You feel me? So, my bad. I'm trying to catch up in the chat. Let me see. KD leaves without Dre punching him. Dre never punched KD. They got into it at the Clippers game. They got into it when they was playing the Clippers in LA. You know what I mean? He called him a bitch ass nigga and all that. They got into it then, but he never punched him though. He only punched Jordan Poole. You feel me? After Dre bullied him on live TV. I mean, like Draymond was just I wasn't mad at that either. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm a Warriors fan. I'm like, I'm with Draymond. Like, bro, is you all in or what? Like, you like dilly-dallying in. Is you gonna sign? Is you not gonna sign? No, we don't do that here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We helped you win championships more than you helped us. You feel me? We already won a championship. You the one needed the championship. You know what I'm saying? So we helped you. So, I mean, if you're going to leave, okay, that's cool. Leave then. But, you know what I mean? Let it be known what it is. Don't be dilly-dallying around. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know what I mean? Draymond like, come on, bro. We don't do that here, nigga. Come on. And what he tell him? He said, bitch ass nigga, we won without you. We can win without you. And guess what? They all they did was went to go prove it and won again in 22. You know what I'm saying? The team that they beat in the 2022 finals is the same team that swept KD's team out of the first round. Brooklyn Nets swept them. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie was there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, hey, I don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't prove that. So he was right. Draymond was right in what he said. We don't need you. We just, you know, we felt bad about how we lost in 2016, you know what I mean? And we know you wanted to, you know what I mean, get you a little easy, little measly championship, you know what I'm saying? So come on, you know what I mean? Come on over here. Let's run the league for a few years. You understand me? But now you want to act like, you know what I mean, because you worried about the media and all the fans talking about, oh, you know what I mean, them championships don't come in. Fuck what they talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, he should have stayed over here and kept winning them championships, but he too sensitive about what people say about, oh, he didn't really earn them. I mean, that's true. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't earn them. You know what I'm saying? Them was easy than a motherfucker for him. You feel me? But he still got him nonetheless. He was on the team. He contributed. He did his part. You know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do to help win him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking that away from him, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's been proven facts. What Draymond said, you know what I'm saying? We didn't need you. We won before you. And then I told you we don't need you. Then we won after you left. You know what I'm saying? So all I did was tell you the facts. You feel me? I ain't lied to you. I kept it 100, 1,000, 1 million. You did? You feel me? My Pacers about to win the championship, P. Wayne says. Shout out to my life. Shout out to you, big dog. You feel me? Perico Panero, you think the Celtics can win 3 games in a row? I do think the Celtics can win 3 games in a row without Tatum. I don't think they'll do it though. I'm picking the Knicks to win game 6. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't win game 6, shit, I'm gonna be wrong in a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I really think if the Knicks don't win game 6, the Celtics are gonna win game 7. Now, I think the Celtics will lose in the next round. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they can win a championship without Jason Tatum. But if the Knicks don't do what they supposed to do, I think they can they can win. Like, people forget, in 2023, the Celtics was down 3-0 to the Heat, to Jimmy Butler's Heat. I forgot about that until I was reminded about it. The Celtics was down 3-0. and won 3 in a row to get it to 7. No team had ever did that. You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up losing game 7. You know what I mean? So the Heat was like, you know what I mean? He was like, nah. Jimmy was like, nah. But yeah, so it's now Jason Tatum was there, you know what I'm saying? But they've done this before. You feel me? It ain't like they ain't done it before. Among Us edit said Warriors lost to Wolves. Breaking news. You feel me? Knicks and Pacers hate each other too, so it's gonna be hype. Oh, for sure. That's a rivalry. Way back to the Reggie Miller days. See, y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? Y'all probably younger. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So I remember them Reggie Miller, you feel me? Them Reggie Miller New York Knicks battles. You feel me? Let me catch up with the chat. I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom. Halliburton is a God-fearing man. Patriots got Jesus on their side. Jesus on everybody's side, brother. You feel me? I don't know. Could have 3 more. Mismanaging Curry's career. This nigga then got 4 chips and 2 MVPs. Yeah, no, straight up. Straight up. Yeah, Lo, the truth says all about the matchups. That's what it's all about in the NBA, in the playoffs. It's all about matchups. You feel me? Draymond is a throwback for sure. Pastor Max Christie gonna run the point. Max isn't a point guard. Hey, on GG. But yeah, man. That's pretty much it, bro. Yeah, man. Nah, man. We got packed out. You know what I'm saying? Now I could just sit back. You know what I mean? Watch the rest of the playoffs. You know what I mean? Enjoy them. See who gonna win this championship. You feel me? Cause yeah, even though I just said what I said about the Celtics, yeah, man, I want to see somebody else win it though. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the Celtics fans. I ain't got nothing against you. You know what I mean? We beat y'all in the finals, so I ain't got nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see somebody else win it. You know what I'm saying? So if they get eliminated on Friday by the Knicks, it's gonna be another new champion. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a new champion that nobody expected. You know what I mean? Like Denver won the championship, and that was a new champion. But you know what I mean? They was kind of hovering around there like those few years. So it wasn't like it was the same thing with Boston when they won it last year. Okay. They've been to like 6, 7 straight Eastern Conference Finals damn near since Tatum and Brown been there. And then they was in the finals 2 years before they actually won it. So it wasn't a surprise when they won it. This year, you feel me, with Indiana, New York, Minnesota, OKC, that'll be like a new champion. Even though OKC is one of them teams that people look at as they should be there because they got the MVP and you know how they've played the past few years, being the #1 seed and all that. And I agree with that to a certain extent, but they still are a team that had to prove it in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first year they trying to kind of really prove it. Like I said, last year they lost in the second round. That was cool. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It's their first go round at it. You know what I mean? But now if they can get to the Western Conference Finals, now they in the Final Four. That's around where they should be. You know what I'm saying? For the type of regular season that they had, they should be a Final Four team. Like for example, the Cavs. The type of season the Cavs had, they should be a Final Four team. So it's disappointing to go out in the second round. But hey, what the Hallie? What the Halliburton? Butler didn't lose no joy. He just old. I agree. I agree. Knicks winning would be like the Cubs winning the World Series, great for sports in general. Period. Period. I agree with that. I agree with that. I would love to see the Knicks win it all. That would be dope. The New York Knicks? Yeah, I would love to see that. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see that. The Knicks, man. And then they would do it. They would do it without a player that people would consider like a superstar. Like, I know Jalen Brunson is a star, and to be honest, he actually plays like a superstar, but still, there's something about the name that don't. His name rings bells, but it's still not like a Steph, KD, LeBron, Jokic, Giannis. His name is still not one of those yet. You know what I'm saying? But he win a motherfucking championship, his name gonna be right there. You feel me? So, you feel me? Pastor said Brunson had to get out from Luka's shadow. Yeah, and he didn't even want to, though. They just didn't want to pay him. You know what I'm saying? They underestimated him. They didn't think he was worth what he was at. You know what I mean? So then he went to New York. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go over here where my dad working at then. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that was. He wasn't trying to leave Dallas, but they wasn't trying to pay him. So he had to bounce out. He said, all right, I'm finna go get this money in New York. You did? Knicks versus Wolves? Yeah. Knicks versus Wolves would be epic. Because of the trade. You right. You right. You right. You right. That would be dope. Yeah, because of the trade. You sure right about that. That's crazy. I think somebody was trying to say that earlier, and I didn't really catch on. Somebody said the storyline. You feel me? So yeah, I think that's what they was trying to say, and I didn't even catch on, but that makes sense. And then, not to mention Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? Anthony Edwards' game is just made for the final stage. He just got that NBA Finals stage kind of game. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, and you know Jalen Brunson gonna perform. You feel me? So yeah, that'll be dope. I want to see something like that because it just be different. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be different. And somebody gonna have their legacy change forever. Wolves versus Knicks. Either Jalen Brunson or Anthony Edwards become an immortal. Wolves whooping OKC, they too young. Oh, see, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. That's the only thing. Like, see, the Wolves got to get past OKC first. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I don't want to get tricked off by the fact that OKC, even though they up 3-2, so they're winning the series against the Nuggets, it's something about it to where I feel like it's not supposed to be easy. So, you know what I mean? I should check myself on this. know what I'm saying? Winning in the playoffs ain't supposed to be easy. You going up against Jokic, one of the greatest of all time, a champion his damn self. So it ain't supposed to be easy. But I don't know, something about it just kind of made me feel like OKC was a little bit like something is missing there a little bit. But like I said, I got to check myself on that because it's all about matchups in the playoffs. And in the next series against the Wolves, I do believe that they just match up better against them because, like somebody said earlier, their perimeter defense is much better than OKC's perimeter defense is much better than what the Wolves seen with the Warriors. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's, I don't know. I would need to see, and I mean, that round is about to come up, so I'm going to have to make my picks for the conference finals rounds, whoever the teams end up being. But if it end up being OKC and Minnesota, man, I might have to see the first game or two to see how this shit gonna go. You feel me? Oh, Low the Truth said Jamal been cooking OKC. Okay, see, that's good to know. See, I ain't up on game like that. You feel me? Wolves whooping OKC. They too young. Yeah, but we'll see about that. You know what I mean? Who play tomorrow now? So it's tomorrow's Thursday. So I think tomorrow we got do the Nuggets play tomorrow? Nuggets and OKC. If they play tomorrow, I believe that's the only game. Yeah. Because the Knicks and the Celtics play Friday. And Indiana already won their series. And the Timberwolves just won their series. So, yeah, the only game we're going to have tomorrow is Nuggets, OKC. And that's cool. The OKC could close them out. You know what I'm saying? See what happens. See if we got two big game sixes coming up. I'm finna end this live though, y'all, but we got two big game sixes coming up. OKC, Denver, and Knicks, Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So we finna see how this thing finna go down. But yeah, man, my Warriors got packed out. It's all good. You feel me? We'll be back. You dig? And yeah. It's finna get real bleak though, man, because a team going to the finals and getting the first pick will never happen again. You never know. You never know, man. Strange things happen. But what was I about to say? Forgot what the fuck I was about to say. What the fuck was I about to say? Damn, I forgot, bro. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Oh no, that's what I was about to say. Real quick before I go, it's getting ready to get bleak. You know what I mean? We still got like another month. You know what I'm saying? Of basketball. You feel me? Because a month maybe. A month is about another month. We still got about another month. You feel me? Because they stretch the finals out. But basically, yeah, that's really all we really got. is like really like another month, man. And then after that, it's gonna be real bleak, you know what I mean, until football come back, you know what I mean. Then I'm finna start shifting a few of my you know what I mean, finna start shifting back to football. You know what I mean? Baseball, we still got baseball going on all summer, but I don't really, you know what I mean. The thing about baseball is I done did a few baseball topics. Like I did an episode or two about Barry Bonds and how he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame and all that, but the way they do that shit, you know what I'm saying? For one, nobody don't really give a fuck about baseball like that. But not that nobody don't give a fuck, but it ain't really driving that, you know what I'm saying? So you start talking about baseball, motherfuckers start logging off. You feel me? But just the way they do that shit, I'm kind of boycotting them a little bit, you know what I mean? Because how you don't have Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? That's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? How you don't have Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? He's the motherfucking greatest player of all time and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like not putting Michael Jordan in the Hall of Fame. Well, you feel me? And then now that Pete Rose done died, now they wanna reinstate him back into the major league. Man, nigga don't give a fuck about that shit no more. That shit don't mean nothing. The nigga dead now. It don't matter. The fuck? After he dead, now y'all want to say, okay, it's good now. We can reinstate him, and now we gonna vote for him to be in the Hall of Fame. Man, everybody know Pete Rose is a Hall of Fame player. Cause y'all didn't put him in there. That mean your fucking Hall of Fame is flawed. Not Pete Rose. The fuck? You feel me? So, but no, we don't want it now. We not honoring that shit now. So whatever y'all try to do for Pete Rose, we don't want that shit. Keep it. You feel me? What I think about Pickens to Dallas, I mean, I really don't think too much about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Dallas is I don't look at Dallas as doing shit. I mean, you know, they might have a little good team, they might have a little good year, but I don't really look at, you know. No. This is what I'm saying. Pastor said, if you think baseball is boring, you haven't seen Shohei and Judge. I'm not saying baseball is boring. What I'm saying is, now when it comes to watching certain teams on, just sitting there and watching that shit on TV, yeah, that shit's boring. Not, you know what I mean? But I'm saying as far as, yeah, Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, I know about them. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, so the game in itself is not boring. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that kind of the way baseball do they shit. Like I said, for one, it's more of that talking about baseball. I mean, if you love baseball, you know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about if people talking about it or not. But I'm saying talking about baseball, that's not like people are really into that like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it don't really get talked about like that much like that on the, you'll hear about it. You still got baseball shows and all that, but I'm saying like when you watching mainstream sports, you know, channels, you know, whatever, ESPN and Fox Sports, whatever you watching, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's podcasts online or whatever, ain't nobody really talking about baseball like that. You know what I'm saying? And when they do, it's kind of briefly is mentioned. But now, when the home run derby come around, when the All-Star games, you know, when All-Star week come around, they're gonna talk about that. But then when the playoffs start, that's something different. Major League Baseball playoffs to me is always turned up. The playoffs, the postseason in the MLB is always that should always be going crazy. But Yeah, I just don't like how they. I just don't like all the. We gonna play holier than thou, and we gonna keep certain people out of the Hall of Fame when we know they should be in there, and so I just, you feel me? But I'm just saying, you feel me, that once the basketball season is done in a month, you feel me? That's all we gonna have. It's gonna be. But I mean, it's summertime anyway, so niggas gotta be outside, this and that. But we sports, we sports people. I'm a sports dude, you know what I'm saying? So I like to keep this shit going. So that's when you start getting people making up shit and coming up with shit to talk about. Because in the news cycle, there ain't gonna really be a whole bunch to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the football start ramping up in like July. You know what I'm saying? Football start ramping up in like July. So once we get to June next month, it's really only about a month and a half, you know what I mean, of like no shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because the preseason of football starts in August. So, and football is so, people tapped into football so much, it's such a drug, you know what I'm saying, that even when the preseason come around, the numbers be crazy. Motherfuckers watching preseason, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as preseason come around, we back. We back. You know what I mean? And they already ramping up. They already back. You know what I mean? They already ramping up now. The draft just happened and all that. But for us, for the fans, for the viewers, you know what I mean? I know a lot of motherfuckers like to be in all the this and that, all the talk about all the shit and all that, but I ain't with all the talking, man. I like to see the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they get to talking about, you know, whatever the fuck they be talking about when the season is about to start, but it ain't started yet, so it ain't really a whole bunch to talk about. So you trying to come up with this and come up with that, and they just talking about random shit. I don't be understanding that. The pastor said baseball is magical. Football and basketball is exciting. Baseball is dope. Like baseball, like me and one of my homies growing up, we taught ourselves how to switch hit. So I'm right-handed, but I can bat left-handed too. You feel me? We taught ourselves how to switch hit. You know what I mean? So I came up a big baseball fan as a kid. It's just you know what I mean, in the past 5, 6, 7 years or so, I just ain't really been tapped in. I ain't really been tapped in like that since after the Giants, you know what I mean, since maybe like once that last era kind of really ended, you know what I mean? I ain't really been tapped in like that, fam. You know what I'm saying? But it's some niggas back up in there now that's, you know what I mean, that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Ohtani, and like that's that's a pitcher and a hitter, right? That's crazy right there. That nigga smack that motherfucker out the park, then strike your ass out. That's some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hope they let Travis Hunter do in football. You know what I'm saying? I hope they let him let him, hopefully, you know what I mean? Let him try to play receiver and cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Try to let him do it. That's much harder to do in the NFL though. But, you know what I'm saying? I think they should at least, you know, attempt to, you know, let Travis Hunter, you know what I mean, play offense and defense. You did. Aaron Judge is leading the league in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. Damn. You on that Barry Bonds shit. You feel me? Even if it was rigged, Dallas fans deserve the first pick. The NBA lottery was not rigged, bro. I know everybody want to talk about it's rigged and they did that because he traded. Look, man, that shit, it's not rigged, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard somebody say this on the radio too, and it's true. Like, a media member, it's like, bro, in order to rig that, you gotta fucking, like, bro, you gotta actually, because so when you talk about, okay, they rigged it. Who is they? They, the only, if we talk about somebody rigging some shit, okay, the only they can be the owners. That's the only they. It can't be the commissioner, because the commissioner of these leagues work for the owner. You know what I'm saying? He works for the owners. You know what I'm saying? The owners are really the ones that's making the decisions. You feel me? So that means all of these owners are going to try to get together, and they agree on giving the Dallas Mavericks. Like, why would they give the Dallas Mavericks the #1 pick? Like, it just, and bruh says something else. It's a whole bunch of stuff that he said. It just, bro, it's like, we always get into these conspiracy theories and all that shit nowadays, bro. Like, the NBA draft is not rigged. No one rigged it, bro. It's just what happened. Now, people gonna believe what they want to believe. Believe what you want to believe. I ain't here to stop. Hey, motherfucker, because a motherfucker gonna believe what they want to believe anyway. So I ain't tripping. I'm just saying what I believe is that the draft is not rigged. I don't believe the draft is rigged. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody did nothing. They didn't do nothing. This and that, blah, blah. Now, the one thing I do think that is fucked up about it is that you got teams like Washington and like Portland and you know, like, they're worse teams than Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be getting like the #1 pick. Now, I understand why they do it the way they do it, because they don't want teams tanking. You know what I mean? That's why they got the lottery. You know what I'm saying? They don't want teams tanking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna get the #1 pick off of you having the worst record in the league, you know what I'm saying, then you know some nigga coming out that's gonna change the whole landscape of the shit. You understand me? You're gonna say, oh, let's tank this year. We're gonna tank this motherfucker and get bruh. You understand me? So they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they got the ping pong balls and all that. So that's how it falls to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That shit really should go to Washington. You know what I'm saying? To the Wizards. Or to like Charlotte. Or fucking who else did I say? Portland or some shit like that. Like, the Mavericks were in the play-in. You know what I'm saying? So they at least did good enough to be like, these other teams is the bottom, 14, 15. You feel me? But them niggas finna pick like 7th. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas ain't finna get better. Aaron Judge from Merced. Yeah, that was a big talk out here when he was a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Because the Giants was trying to get him. So, you know what I mean? They thinking, you know, they talking out here like, oh, he's from here now and he wants to come back home and this and that, blah, blah, blah. That nigga said, bullshit, I'm staying my black ass in motherfucking New York City. You understand me? Loaded Truth said Ron Harper's son gonna be a dog. I ain't even know Ron Harper had a son that was doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure he will be a dog. You feel me? Because it be the NBA players like that sons be coming out and be, you know what I'm saying, like balling. You feel me? Like LeBron trying to force his bum ass motherfucking son to, you know what I mean? And he ain't even like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. I'm finna jump off this thing though, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all. You feel me, on the next one. Let's see what happened in these next 2 game 6s. You feel me? And see if we can close some motherfuckers out. You understand me? But shout out to all my people, man. Loaded Truth, everybody that done tapped in. Pastor, you feel me? Cheyenne, I know you probably gone, but everybody that was in the chat, you know what I mean, fucking with the kid. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one though. You know what I'm saying? Snax on Sports, I'm gone.